Hello everyone, this is Saurian Target welcoming you back to another Carnivores mod showcase, where today we are taking a look at a demo release for an Ice Age themed Carnivores mod that gives us that rare taste of hunting prehistoric mammals in frozen environments. Carnivores Boreal Isles, spearheaded by the always hard-working Tormer. Outside of the original Ice Age game and Ophi's Far North mod, there's hardly any full-fledged Ice Age themed Carnivores content, which seems strange because every time a new bit of Ice Age content drops, whether it's an individual DLC map or creature, fans are always excited and clamoring for more. So Tormer aims to fulfill that request with Carnivores Boreal Isles, a mod that takes us back to the Arctic sector to hunt giant prehistoric beasts in frigid environments. Now, the current release of Boreal Isles is just a demo, not the final completed mod. Basically, a Beta 1 release to give us a taste of what's to come. And if you'd like to download and play the Boreal Isles demo, there's a link to its ModDB page in the description below. So without further ado, let's begin. The story and setting for Boreal Isles is pretty straightforward. Hunters across the galaxy are eager for Dino Hunt Corp to expand further into the Arctic sector and provide more prehistoric mammalian aliens to hunt. So, Dino Hunt Corp does just that, setting up research stations in a recently discovered group of polar islands to the east dubbed the Polaris Archipelago, where Dino Hunt Corp does indeed find more unique megafauna thriving in the polar wastes, as well as ancient settlements and ruins, indicating that lost civilizations once lived here, and supernatural entities may still. Nothing groundbreaking in terms of storytelling, but it gets the job done, and I'm always happy to hear of more supernatural elements in Ice Age mods. In a way, Boreal Isles' simple story reflects its real-life function. Dino Hunt clientele want more Arctic sector experiences, so Dino Hunt Corp provides. Carnivores fans want more Ice Age themed content, so Tormer provides. It's simple, but it nicely reflects the real-world consumer mindset that I'm sure helped bring it to life in the first place. And I think that's pretty neat. So, with the setting established, let's talk about the mod itself. The mod's demo starts players out in pretty traditional Carnivores fare, with the classic Dino Hunt Corp waiver to sign and a simple, old-school menu style. The tranquil pinks and purples of the sky and UI are unique compared to the blues and greens seen in most Carnivores mods, and contrast nicely with the imposing image of a roaring Barborophilis, the apparent poster boy for the mod. Overall, it's a pretty standard presentation, but what really sets the tone for Boreal Isles is the haunting menu theme. Like a fusion of Ice Age and Cityscape, this menu theme is, simply put, creepy, with shrill riffs, uneasy reverberations, and eerie chimes, nicely establishing the cold and mysterious atmosphere of the Polaris Archipelago. Although the trophy room is just the vanilla Ice Age gallery, for now at least, the Boreal Isles demo does feature one brand new map to hunt in, the Zdeněk Alps. A fitting name for a Carnivores hunting reserve, and a great starter map in its own right. Mirroring Far North's own solo starter map, these Alps also offer a diverse mix of biomes to ensure a fresh exploration with each hunt. From charred woodlands to dusty plains to snowy mountains to scattered forests, hunters and animals alike have a plethora of environmental choices to forage, fight, and survive in. In the farthest reaches of the cold mountains, the ominous bellows of an unknown creature can be heard echoing over the howling wind, hinting that there is more to these isles than meets the eye. While new Ice Age themed maps may be a rarity, Zdeněk Alps is one of the best ones I've ever gotten to hunt on. The cold Russian forests and taigas of Tormer's Siberian expeditions were beautiful. Truly some of the most gorgeous and natural looking maps in any Carnivores mod to date. and Tormer is channeling that same alpine energy here with Boreal Isles. These FMM Alps are incredibly fun to hunt on, and with such a variety in the biomes with naturally seamless transitions between them, it's a map players can experience unique, immersive adventures on time and time again. Perfect for a solo map carrying the entire demo. The Boreal Isles demo boasts a small but diverse roster of 7 prehistoric megafauna to hunt, including one mini bonus animal unlocked and revealed at 250 points. You guys know me, I voiced my complaints about the original Ice Age's lackluster animal roster before, but those are complaints that both Far North and now Boreal Isles are addressing fantastically. The point grind in the demo is nice and smooth. Every animal can be unlocked, hunted, and collected in just over an hour. And even though some of the animals are perhaps just a little too tanky, they're all fun to hunt, and add some nice diversity to FMM's Arctic sector. The enormous armadillo Panoctus is the demo's starting animal, slow and tanky and armed with a blunt, weaponized tail. Not at all like the lanky, ambling Ancylitherium next on the roster, but both make great starter targets. Smilodon's position on the original Ice Age roster has long cemented saber-toothed cats as late-game prey. So when Boreal Isles features its fanged feline, Barborophilis, as just the 3rd animal on the roster, it's a sign of the ferocity yet to come. The giant ground sloth Erymatherium comes after the cat, not quite as aggressive as Far North's mighty Megatherium, but still a force of nature in its own right. Contrasted next by the fast, flightless terror bird Forest Raucus, beautifully Burian-inspired and much sleeker than FMM's other flightless feathered fiends. Following the bird of prey is the massive bludgeoned horned rhino Embolateri, which wonderfully carries on that long-standing Carnivores tradition of turning the therium suffixes on extinct rhinoceros-like creatures into its Ukrainian equivalent. After the main roster is complete, the demo's bonus animal is unlocked, the hideous Hell Pig Entelodon, a ferocious capstone to the Zdenyek Alps' hunting quarry, and a fantastically gruesome expansion to FMM's Hell Pig lineup. Like its Far North predecessor, Boreal Isles' animal roster nicely makes up for the dullness of the original Ice Age, featuring a diverse and unique selection of prehistoric mammals and birds, a few of which I'd never even heard of, which I think is always exciting. In fact, when Tormer first announced this project a couple of years ago, the mod's animals were designed with more realistic textures. But Tormer has since gone back and retextured the animals to fit the Carnivores canon aesthetic, which is an admirable feat. Now, as you might have noticed, the Boreal Isles demo is using an old-school advanced AI patch, not the Modders Edition engine, which admittedly does make the demo feel a bit antiquated, and is gonna put a hard limit on the mod's variety long-term. However, I'm not sure if not using the MEE is just for the demo build only so it could get released faster, or if that's going to carry over to the full release. But I do hope the mod gets ported over to the MEE for future releases. The amount of variety the MEE could provide this mod in terms of fur types and sexual dimorphism, horn growth stages, tusk and antler configurations, and even just extra huntables would really elevate it into the new standard of Carnivores modding. Those of you who enjoy the Hunter Call of the Wild are probably aware of the game's new Nepal-based DLC map featuring Bengal tigers, with the big cat's fur types revealed in a recent dev blog. And seeing something like this with the Boreal Isles Barborophilis in the MEE would be awesome. The same 2 ambient creatures in Teratornis and Eohippus for every map will feel repetitive, as will a basic 10 animal roster with no variation or additional endemic species. So I do hope the long-term goal is to port the mod over to the MEE to bring it up to par with other modern Carnivores mods. One small issue I have found while playtesting the demo is that the Emblettary's K-radius code in the RES file seems to be a bit too large, which makes it impossible to get close enough to go in and remove unwanted trophies of it in the trophy room. So do be aware of that if you're planning to hunt these giant rhinos. The Boreal Isles demo provides 2 firearms to protect hunters in the frigid environment: a futuristic blaster pistol and a good old semi-auto shotgun. Now, just to address the mammoth in the room, neither of these weapons are ideal hunting arms. Both are intended for close quarters use and will struggle against skittish or fleeing animals. But most of the mod's prey animals are large, slow-moving targets, and the sleeker predators won't waste much time in getting up close and personal. So the demo's weapons are serviceable, but it will be nice to have more long-range hunting arms in a future release. In a surprise twist, the demo's starting blaster pistol is awesome. A super unique contrast to the many 1911s, deagles, and revolvers used on most dino hunt tours. The design and feel of the pistol is really fun, like the X-Bow meets the Mobile Port's laser rifle with just a splash of cityscape utilitarianism thrown in. It rapid fires energy bolts out of a heat canister at low volumes to account for its tricky iron sights, which is so unexpected and creative for what's otherwise a pretty standard dino hunt tour. And I really hope to see more weapons of this caliber as the Boreal Isles tour expands. The demo's only other firearm is a classic semi-auto shotgun, which admittedly isn't quite as creative in terms of design as the blaster pistol, but a good old shotgun will always be fun to use, and it's still incredibly satisfying to drop a charging predator in its tracks with a reliable round of buckshot to the face. Ultimately guys, Boreal Isles is shaping up to be a great expansion to the Arctic sector, and will hopefully scratch that itch that many Carnivores fans have for more Ice Age content. The demo's biggest shortcoming right now in my opinion is its foundation on an advanced AI patch rather than the MEE. But hopefully that's a change Tormer is planning for future releases, because the demo is a lot of fun and I can't wait to see how the landscapes and wildlife and mystery of the Polaris archipelago unfolds. Now, Tormer has mentioned to me that his modding PC is currently out for repairs, so it may be a while before we see the next Boreal Isles update. But I'll be sure to update you guys with any news or changes coming in the mod's future. Alright guys, those are my thoughts on the Carnivores Boreal Isles demo, but now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the demo? What's your favorite creature to hunt? How's the blaster pistol rank among the other Carnivores pistols? And what do you hope to see in Boreal Isles' future? Be sure to let me know down in the comments section below. Thanks as always for watching guys, you are all truly the best, and I will see you guys next time.